Hello friends, today I am going to discuss with you one more important aspect of business communication skills, and that is known as telephonic conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, telephonic conversation is a day-to-day part of any kind of business activity in any organization. Many a times, from morning till evening till we leave the office, we are mostly involved in all types of telephonic conversation. Sometimes we are involved in personal communication, and most of the times we are involved in official communication. So today I am going to discuss with you the importance of telephonic communication in any organization. Ladies and gentlemen, lots of telephone calls comes to the representative of the organization, and these representative of the organization, they have to conduct different types of business activities on telephone only. Many a times it happens that they crack the deals on telephone only without going face to face with the person. So telephonic conversation is a very crucial part of business communication, ladies and gentlemen, and today I am going to discuss certain very crucial aspect of it with you. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, in any telephonic conversation, before starting the telephonic conversation, first of all, we should be aware of our telephone system. The very first thing is that we should be fully aware of our own telephone system. How does it works? What types of button does it has? And what are the utilization of those buttons present on the telephone system? How to disconnect the call? How to connect the call? How to take more than one person into conference? How to transfer the call to the appropriate department? So these are certain crucial aspects of telephone system that we have, the telephone system that we use in the organization. We are using a telephone system, definitely we should be fully aware of how the telephone system actually works. Because nowadays, the telephone systems have become very much advanced. And in modern organization, we are using these advanced telephone systems. And in these advanced telephone systems, we have all the features. We have all the latest features of transferring the call, connecting more than one people at the same time, holding the call. There are different types of systems in modern telephone communication systems, and these modern telephone communication systems are now being severely used in all types of organization. So the very first rule is we should be first of all aware of our own telephone system, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the awareness part about the telephone system that we are using. The second most important aspect of telephonic conversation is we should always have a pen and pad handy just besides the telephone system. Along with the telephone system, a pad and pen should always be placed so that whenever we have to jot down some important information, we don't search for pen and pad. Suppose a call comes and you have to write down 2 or 3 important things that the caller is telling you. It is highly bad manner. It's a very bad manner to tell the caller that please hold while I search for pen and paper. It creates a very bad reputation of the organization in front of the caller, ladies and gentlemen. So never say that please hold the call till I search for pen and paper. No. Always keep a pen and paper near the telephone system so that whenever you have to write something down, immediately you write it down. It creates a very good impression in front of the caller. And ladies and gentlemen, in telephonic conversation, the best thing that we can do is to create a very good impression of our organization in front of the caller. Because if someone is calling in the organization, definitely he is calling regarding business aspects. We get call from our dealers, we get call from our collaborators, we get call from our customers. And if we are not able to put a good impression on all these people, we may lose business. And losing business means losing money, the loss of the organization. And in any case, we cannot afford the loss of the organization, ladies and gentlemen. So bear in mind that telephonic conversation is a very crucial aspect of business communication, and we should deal with every step of it carefully. So this is the first thing, that we should always keep pen and paper handy. Second most important thing is that we should have a complete directory of all the important people whom we communicate with on daily basis. The people whom we deal with on daily basis, we have a full directory of their names, of their contact number of the organization always present besides the telephone system, so that whenever we require to call them, whenever we require to contact with them, we don't need to rush. We don't need to search for the things here and there in the drawers or all other things. Everything should be placed before the telephone system, so that without any panic, without going into any hurry situation, you should have all the things available with you right in front of your telephone system, so that whenever the requirement comes, you can immediately use those things. This is very crucial aspect of business communication and telephonic communication, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is the main part. What initial things that you should always keep besides your telephone system. Another most important aspects, how to handle the call. How to handle the call. If the call comes, what do you say? The best thing of introducing yourself is, first of all, you should introduce your organization. Then you should tell your name, and after that, you should tell your designation and department. First of all, you should tell the name of the organization, then you should say your name, and then you should say your designation and department. For example, if someone is calling you, you should say, "Good morning, it is Piyush calling from HCL Systems Sales Department." If you give such a brief explanation of yours to the customer is very well satisfied that yes, he has called the right place. If you give a complete introduction of yourself, that you from which organization you are calling, what is your name and what is your designation. If all these information should be clearly given to the customer is fully satisfied that yes, he has called at the right place. And you don't need to ask anyone that where have I called? Where has my call landed? Whether it has landed at the right place or wrong place. So in order to ensure that the customer has called at the right place, give a complete introduction of yourself, your department, and the designation you have. It creates a very good impression in front of the caller, ladies and gentlemen, and it should always be kept in mind. And as I said, transferring the calls. Suppose the customer says that I want to connect to the sales department and you don't belong to the sales department, then instead of saying to the customer that, "Sir, I'm not from the sales department, I'm from the HR department. Please hold on, I will give you the number of sales representative and you can dial on that number and you will get connected to the sales department." Although this method is very polite and you spoke very politely to the customer that he has dialed the wrong connection, and you have also politely mentioned to the customer that you will definitely give him or her the desired number and he can call back. But definitely it creates a bad impression in front of the caller. Somewhere it creates a very bad impression of the organization in front of the caller that someone called you and you are saying that, "Sir, you have not called the right department. Please note down the number of the right department and please call again." Instead of doing this thing, instead of putting your customer in the situation of again dialing the organization number, there is a feature, as I said earlier, there is a feature of transferring the call. So as the customer dials you and you find out that he has not dialed the right department, you should say that, "Sir, you have not, I'm sorry to say this, but this is not the department you want to connect to, but please don't worry, I'm just transferring your call to the concerned department, please be on the line." If you say such words that, "Sir, please don't worry, I am transferring the call to the concerned department, please be on the line," he is very much satisfied that you actually care for your customer. Even if your customers are not talking in the right department, even if your customers are not dialing the right department, you as the representative of the organization take this initiative to connect that person to the right department. And it creates a very good impression in front of the caller, ladies and gentlemen. And if a good impression is created in front of the caller, the reputation of the organization increases many folds. This is a very crucial aspect of telephonic conversation. And we should always keep this thing in mind because our ultimate aim is to satisfy the customer at all costs. Another very crucial aspect of telephonic communication, ladies and gentlemen, and this is known as difficult callers. What are the difficult callers? Difficult callers are the people who are not satisfied with the services of the organization. They are seeking the services of the organization, but they are not satisfied with it. Suppose they have used a particular product of the organization. They utilized that product, but they found it not useful. They found that there is certain defect in the product made by the organization. They will call you. They will call you because they have purchased that product from your organization. So you are responsible for that product. If anything wrong happens with that product, you are responsible as the representative of the organization to explain the customer that why this wrong thing happened, why this product is not working properly. Definitely the customer will call you and ask you these questions. And most of the times the customer will be rude, ladies and gentlemen. Always bear in mind, if you are selling a product to the customer and if the customer sees and finds that product non-satisfactory according to his needs, he will definitely be rude and he will definitely call in a rude manner. So bear in mind that you should not be rude to that customer in return. You should never be rude because that customer is not getting rude directly to you. He doesn't know you. He doesn't know that you are the representative of the organization. He doesn't know you personally. He is calling you because he is not satisfied with the services of the organization. So if such people call you and they say that your organization is bad, your department is bad, you are not creating good products, the product created by you is creating problem for me. If the customers are using such kind of words, first of all, you should be very polite to these customers. You should tell them that, sir, if there is any defect, please let us know. And we will definitely satisfy your needs. We will definitely replace the product. And we will ensure that in future you do not encounter any such problem. If we say such words to the customer, definitely he can get satisfied. Okay, the representative of the organizations, they care for me. Even if, so what? If I have purchased a wrong product from them, still they care for me. Still they are saying that don't worry, sir, I will definitely help you out. We will replace your product. So it happens. Sometimes the customer gets satisfied. But another most important thing, sometimes the customer are not satisfied at all. They are in abusive mood and they call you just to abuse you. This is a second category of the customer. These are the second kind of customer who are just there to abuse you. I'm not saying that customer is wrong or customer is bad. But if the customer is in bad mood, he will abuse. And he will abuse very badly, ladies and gentlemen. Very badly. And if the customer starts speaking, he starts abusing you, he starts criticizing the product he purchased from your organization. The very first step, as I tell, it should be that you should say everything in a polite manner. You should try to pacify that customer. Okay, sir, we will help you out. Don't worry. We will replace your product. And we ensure that you don't encounter such problems in future. We should use such kind of polite words so that the customer gets satisfied. Even if the customer is not satisfied, and time and again he is using bad language for you, time and again he is abusing you, and he is not stopping, even after large number of warnings, the only thing that you can do is give him warning thrice. This is the rule of any organization. Warn him thrice. Sir, please be polite. We will help you out. Still he doesn't listen. Sir, please be polite. We will help you. Still doesn't listen. Third time. Sir, please be polite. We will help you out. Even if he is not stopping abusing you, put down the receiver. Thank you for calling our department. Have a nice day. Put down the receiver. There is no need to listen to abusive comment of those people who don't want to understand your point of view. Defects can occur in any product manufactured by the organization. We are not gods. We are human beings. And we can do mistakes. Most of the time we don't do mistakes, but even if some mistake occurs, we are there to say sorry for it. We are there to apologize for it to the customer. But if the customer is not listening to us, even after large number of warnings, the customer is not listening to us, there is no need to entertain that customer, ladies and gentlemen. Just put down the receiver.